What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? This is the Conservative Cipher. I'm your host, Sazo. And I hope you're having a great day today. I woke up, ate some breakfast. Wifey cooked me some breakfast. And the day's been going so good so far, so great. But flipping through my TikTok, I seen this video and it just grabbed me because it was something I was actually thinking about prior. But she put it in such perfect, this preacher here put it in such perfect terms, explained it so eloquently. I think it is really important to show the people and actually, question yourself and see if you're thinking critically. Because sometimes we have to look in the mirror and examine ourselves. Are we obsessed with our skin color? Are we putting our skin color, black, white, whatever, above God's chosen plan? I think so. I think we are currently at the state that it's more important to be black or white or any other color. I think specifically black people are facing this issue the most. And it's being used against us, being weaponized against us. Yeah, so you have to take time to listen to this pastor's preach. I believe she's gonna hit the nail on the head with this one. But check it out.
2025, I warned you that the Lord said that the idol we were getting ready to battle the most this year was an idol called black. This skin color of black. And the open door is politics. That open door has opened up the door for the idol of blackness to arise in a very aggressive way. And because it's distraction warfare, most people can't see it. We've allowed our opinions, our emotions, our feelings to be swayed by the masses because of the idol of this. Because we've grown accustomed to groupthink. We're not even smart enough to say, let me think about this on my own. When's the
I don't think a lot of people's practicing critical thinking and actually sitting with thoughts, sitting with ideas, and thinking about it to an extent that, if you're approaching a situation as an individual, or you're thinking just how everybody else thinks, keeping up with the Joneses, following trends.
Last time somebody said something to you, you said, give me a day or two to think about this. And then I hear, Tiffany, you're MAGA, you're anti-black, you got 3 feet. But the truth is, we only had 2 choices. Did you guys know that? Are we in the same United States of America? We only had 2 choices, yes? We didn't have 15 of them. We had 2 choices. And of those 2 choices, your job as a believer was to pick one that was going to be more apt to do the will of God. You weren't voting in your pastor for president. You were not voting in a prophet for president. You were not voting in an evangelist for president. You were voting in the one that was most likely, even if it was just a little bit, to listen to God in that moment.
That is true. You're not even voting in somebody who likes you. You got to vote in somebody who's going to do what's in your best interest. And that should be based upon policies. That should definitely be based upon policies and if it's right or wrong. Because really, there's only 2 races. And that's good and evil.
And when I saw the 2 options, I saw the one using abortion as her whole 90% of her campaign.
Remember, don't forget, they had them abortion trucks in front of the Democratic National Convention. Don't forget that.
And I got to thinking, why is there so much abortion talk? This is so weird. I can't figure it out. And then that's when I keep trying to get you all to realize that abortion is human sacrifice. And that in the governmental area, there is an altar that needs to be fed, because sometimes altars renew itself every 100 years.
Without a doubt. It is when you sacrifice a life for your benefit. Point blank, period. When you sacrifice a life for your benefit. Oh, I'm not ready. Oh, I'm too young. Oh, I want to get a right job. And we've all been there. We've all been there before. I know I have.
If this was the year. And the most purest
That's why you got to take a knee.
blood, the most purest blood is baby's blood, but the most superior blood is Jesus's blood. So they needed as much baby blood as possible to feed that ancient political altar in this nation. And because of that baby's blood shed, that baby's blood, thousands and millions of babies' blood in this nation was going to cry out to God against these United States of America. And this nation would have been cursed because of it. That's not all.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's the blood that we've shed. And it's not even, there's no shame attached to it. It's not even no accountability really attached to it. Not on the main face of society. People right now, the things I've heard people say is crazy, to say the least.
The Lord also said, many people think a building is a church, but the Bible says that we are his church. Mm-hmm. We are God's ecclesia. That means that the baby in your stomach is God's ecclesia. That means that the more abortions you have, you are Hitler.
Bottom line. Imagine if you had to get a tattoo teardrop for every abortion. Can you imagine that? Some people be walking around looking like they part of the Mexican mafia.
You have become Hitler. The more abortions you have make you no different than Epstein Island. Mm-hmm. It makes you no different than those that sacrifice human beings. And you got the nerve to look at those files and put your mouth on somebody else when you on your 15th.
Wow. 15 bodies? That's crazy. Can you imagine? I know she's joking. That can't be possible.
Or your second. And just to be clear, you're talking to a woman who has had abortions. I am just free and delivered. No condemnation.
Mm-hmm. You got to pray for forgiveness. You got to pray for freedom from the demons, the demonic spirit that's on your back. People actually celebrating it, doing it again and again and again because they've been possessed.
But I'm telling you what it is so that you can stop thinking that they're promoting women's rights. This is spiritual, and the goal of it is to kill God's church. Mm-hmm. I was looking at something, and I thought it was fascinating. It said the Muslim family has so many children because they have taken their mandate to multiply seriously. The more children on the earth means the more Muslims are going to come in the land for the next generations. Yep. And here we have Christians aborting their babies at a rapid speed. Can you?
In New York City, we having more abortions than we're having live births. Picture that. We're having more abortions than people are having kids. Can you imagine that? That's where we are current day. I'm telling you, this is Sodom and Gomorrah.
You imagine? We talk about Trump persecuting the Christians, which he's not. But you don't look in your own community and say, you're the one that is persecuting the Christians.
Exactly.
You are the ones that are killing the church. You are the Hitler of your time.
Yep.
You are Saul before he turned into Paul. Sometimes you got to sweep in front of your own house.
You gotta sweep the front door before you go looking for trash elsewhere. You gotta go in your own bedroom, in your own kitchen. Make sure under that toilet seat clean. This don't make no sense to me, man. I was confused. I was misled. I mean, as a child, in my house was one thing. Outside of my house was a complete another indoctrination. Inside my house was completely, I could never even open my mouth to say something like that to my mom. I couldn't say that to my mama. I ain't come up like that. She'll be so angry. So angry. But outside, it was like drinking water out of water fountain. That's how common abortion is in my area where I grew up, New York City. People celebrated back and forth. Now you got the pill. You gotta wait instantly.
For you get on social media and put your mouth on somebody else, you know the word hypocrite is in the Bible. God don't like them neither. They won't inherit the kingdom of heaven either. You got to tell yourself the truth sometimes. We only have two options. Whenever an idol is erected, the nation is going to receive judgment. We were on track for judgment very quickly if the other person was in office. Like I said, before anybody was voted in, that is not to say we're still not headed for judgment. With this president, we had another time period to get ourselves together and have the revival that God has been speaking to us about.
Wow. I don't know if you want to call her MAGA. I don't know if you want to call her a coon, a sellout, a slave. But one thing you can't say is she was wrong. Can't say that. Can't say she was wrong about what's going on, about the truth, because she testifying from her own experience. She lived it. I can relate. I understand. Maybe this administration has given us more time before judgment, because the type of things that we glorify, that we celebrate, that we put high is not what God will want, in my personal opinion. And according to the word. It's crazy. It's astronomical. It is out of this world. It's just, man. Well, I'm gonna just leave that there. Wrap it up from here. Once again, my name is Sazo. This is the Conservative Cipher. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about this too. I'm interested. All right, peace, and I'll see you on the next run. All right, I'm out.